Hello soulmates, welcome back again to the channel. Today my name is Jenny. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys on how to go about the drafting of this beautiful style, as you can see on the screen. So if this sounds like what you're interested to learn, guys, keep on watching and don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video, and also remember to support this channel by clicking on the super thanks button. Thank you to my new and my returning subscribers. So let's get into it, guys. Welcome back again, soulmate. So let's get into the drafting part. So the first thing to do is to divide your shoulder measurement into two and come down by ½ inch for your shoulder slope. From that ½ inch, I came down by 7.5 inches for my armhole length. Then placing it on the shoulder, I came down by my bust points. Then after that, my half length. Then after my half length, then I came down by 7 inches, which is going to be my hip length. Okay, then the remaining length is going to serve as the gown length. So I'm going to be adding this up when I'm cutting on my fabric. I hope you understand. So the length of the paper was not as long as my gown length. So I'm going to just rule out the lines. Okay, so after doing that, the neck width now I'm going to be using is 3 inches. So on the lines, go ahead and place your bust span, which is your nipple to nipple divided by 2. Just place it right on the lines, as you can see me doing like this. Okay, so just go ahead and connect the points together. So after connecting now, on the waistline, I'm going to mark ½ inch at both sides of the line like this. Okay, so I'm just going to use this to create my dart. So I'm going to use it to create my dart. Okay, then for the neck width, I came down by 4 inches. So you can stick to 3 inches, which is the standard, but I always like my neckline to come down a bit. So I went ahead to connect the shoulder slope. Okay, so on the chest line, divide your bust by 4. Mine is 36 divided by 4. I got 9 inches. Then I placed what I have on the shoulder also on that part to have like a straight line for the armhole length. Okay, so after doing that, whatsoever measurement you have for your bust divided by 4 on the chest line, you place it on the bust point line. Then also go ahead and divide your waistline by 4 and place it there, and go down to the hip area, divide your hip measurement by 4 and place it there. Whatsoever you have on the hip area is what you're going to place all the way down to your gown length. I hope you understand. So let me just connect these lines like this. So after connecting the lines, I'm going to just curve out the shape I want. So you're just going to just curve out your shape, take it all the way downward. Okay, I hope you understand. So after getting this with my pen, and I'm not satisfied with what I'm having, so I went ahead to reshape it again. So you can do this as much as you can, just for you to have a proper shape at that part. So after getting what I wanted, I went ahead to use my marker to highlight it so that you guys will see this properly. Okay, so like I said earlier, the paper was not enough for my gown length, so I'm just going to extend this when I'm cutting on my fabric. This part, we are going to be using the slash and spread method on this part. So I went ahead to rule out the lines, and I'm going to just label it 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so after doing this, guys, go ahead and cut out the neckline. Then you go ahead and cut the rest of the paper. After cutting, guys, I also went ahead to mark this part S, and the other part I went ahead to mark it like towards the center front. Okay, so that you don't make mistake. After cutting, guys, this is what we have. I'm going to slash this part, so go ahead and slash this part open like this. So after doing this, you're going to spread it on your fabric. Okay, going to spread it on your fabric. To make this fabric, it depends on the length you want. So if you're making this as a short gown, you can use about 3 yards to achieve this style. Okay, but if you're making this as a long gown, you can make use of about, let's say, 5 yards, depending on your body shape, depending on your size. Okay, Then after doing that, I'm going to just place all these papers on the fresh paper. Okay, all these pieces, just place them and hold them with your tape and trace them out. So it's very easy. I have something similar like this on the channel, so if you like to see it, I'm going to just put it down on the description box. Okay, and for me, I added like a cold shoulder to mine. Okay, so after that, I'm going to use the front piece now to draft out the back. So for the back piece, the only difference is that it's going to have a zip allowance, and every other thing is going to be the same. And one thing again is the neckline. The neckline of the back also is going to be high than that of the front. Okay, so it's going to be higher than that of the front. I went ahead to trace out all the lines I have, trace it out on the back piece like this. Okay, you can see what I'm doing now. So just go ahead and place your front piece to get the back instead of you drafting it all over again. So this is really helpful. Okay, so after doing that, now I'm going to alter the back neckline. So I came down by 1 inch for the neck depth. Okay, then for the neck width is still the same 3 inches. Then I went ahead to connect my neckline curve. Okay, like this. So curve out your neckline. So on this line now, which is the back, so I went ahead to mark out all the lines. Now on the waistline, remember the front has a dot, so the back also is going to have a dot. Okay, so this is it, guys. I went ahead to mark out the dots at the back. So I'm going to just label this the back so that I don't get confused. So also on this part of the back is going to have the slash and spread method. So make sure you number your pieces so that you don't get confused. Okay, because by the time you cut it out, you are going to have a lot of paper, and this might confuse you. It might make you join the wrong part to the other part. Okay, so just go ahead and number out your pieces. So after doing this, guys, the next thing is to cut it out. You can see how simple this style is. It's very, very simple. So you can add like a cold shoulder on the shoulder part if you don't like armless. So for me, I added the sleeve, but it's called the cold shoulder. So I have even the sleeve on the channel. I'm going to drop everything on the description box, so if you're interested, you can just check it out. The next thing now to do is to go in by 1 inch from the armhole curve like this. Just go in on the shoulder area because this is harmless. Okay, so you will not want that part to be too bulky because you are not going to attach a sleeve to that. So also on the front area, I'm also going to do the same. So on that shoulder area, you're going to mark 1 inch inward like this, and you're going to just connect it back to the armhole curve. Then you cut it out. It's as easy as this. You can see. So this is it, guys. This is what we are having for both pieces. So go ahead and cut it on your fabric. Add all the necessary stitching allowance. So you can use a lining for this style, or you can choose to just use your fabric. It depends the fabric you are using. Okay, so to make this style, you can use Ankara fabric, or you can use your crepe fabric, or whichever fabric you would like to use. Okay, so I hope this tutorial was helpful. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, like and share this video. Thank you so much for your time. Love you always. Bye for now.